Hello everyone, Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com and welcome to my craft room. These are the 2 free card kits for the month of May. How do you get free card kits? You just place an order at my online store at StampingInTheValley.com. There's a link below that you can click then click the big blue button on the right hand side and you can place your online order. And I will send you these 2 free card kits. They change every month and these are the ones for May. Also, if you are a new customer of mine, I will send you an annual catalog, an occasions catalog until they run out. Because we're getting very close to the launch of the new catalog. And then what I do is put you on a list and you get a free new catalog when they come out. And I'm very excited about the new catalog. But for this month, these are the 2 free card kits. So I'll be back in just a moment and we'll start to put one together. We're going to start with this card first. And because The Incredible Like You is retiring, and I just absolutely love this set, is why I picked to do it with this card kit. But you can really use anything that you have on hand that you want to make this little white strip here, some DSP. So let's talk about this card kit. This is how it's going to come, and you will get 3 rhinestones also. And you'll get these little pieces here, and you'll get the Coastal Cabana, and that's 2.5 by 4 1/4. And you'll get the Whisper White, and it's 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then your base is always thick Whisper White. I love thick Whisper White as a base. It just gives body to the card. And this is 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2, so it will open like this. Our first piece, and yours will already come embossed with this beautiful Subtles embossing folder, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. Now, what we want to do, because this is embossed, we want to go ahead and use our Tombow. I always use liquid glue when there's embossing because there's all kinds of nooks and crannies, and you really want it to stick, of course, and not lift up. And I do believe with this one, it being so light, that for that it would stick for a little bit, but then I believe that it will lift. I really do, even with the snail. So I recommend Tombow, or a type of liquid glue, and I love the Tombow. So we put this right here on our card front. And I also like Tombow because then I get wiggle room, just in case I'm off a little bit or it's a little crooked. I can always scooch it around a little bit. So then I just kind of press this down and wait for my Tombow to adhere. Just like that. Great. Now we're going to stamp the inside of the card. And I have Mango Melody, Early Espresso, and Coastal Cabana here. So my inside sentiment from this set is hope your day is as amazing as you. And I'm going to do that in Coastal Cabana. I'm going to open the card and just trying to line that up on my grid. Okay, now that we have the inside stamped with our little sentiment there, I like to decorate the inside of my card. So I'm going to use this little stem-looking stick, almost, and that it looks like, and I'm going to put that into the Early Espresso, and I'm going to stamp here in the corner, and then one on the top. And I'm going to come down a little bit up here because I need room for my little tops. And that's these little things. I absolutely love this stamp set. I hate that we have so many things retiring, and this is one of them that I really had a lot of fun with. And I love the way that these are positioned just perfectly to go over that. Isn't that nice? So we have the inside of our card done, so I'm going to move that to the side. Now we want to take our little embellishment. Like I said, you get all these pieces, nothing stamped. But with this, I mean, even if you don't have the Incredible Like You stamp set, you could just about use any stamp set that you have. And I want to put right here, I cut this out with the square stitch framelits, but we're going to make a diamond out of it because every square can become a diamond. And I'm going to go into my Mango Melody. I Just Adore You, right there. Perfect. Put that aside. And now I'm going to attach this with some snail to our little square that I cut out there with the square framelits, just like that. And it almost looks like a postage stamp. So that's a lot of fun right there. I got that a little off in the corner. Lift it up if we're not totally committed, which I don't think we are. Yay! Okay. I just want a little piece of that scallop showing. That's better right there. Okay, just like that. Now, like on this card, I have popped this center up with dimensionals. So here, what I want to do by the A is put 2 dimensionals to take up for the height. So I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to put 1 dimensional in 3 spots, and then these are great to just stack. Just pull that off and put another one right on top of it. Isn't that great? Now, I'm just going to get this ready and pull all of these off so that when we're ready for it, we can just stick it on right there. All right, now that is ready to go. I'm going to put this aside. And now we're going to work on our Whisper White piece. And I'm going to bring in my foam mat for this and a piece of scrap paper, because I'm going to stamp off just like this. Let me see, let me turn this like this, push this up a little bit to stay in camera. And now when we talk about 2-step stamping, the solid part is the light part. Watch this in the Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to ink it up, I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to stamp it on. And it's very, very light. Now also on here, I want to leave enough room to add my little sprigs like I did. So stamp off and stamp on. Off and on. And then off again. And let's see, let's go here. And one more. Just right down here. Nice. Now, the one that has the most dimension to it on a 2-step stamp, now we're going to use this full strength. Pull this out of here. Oh no, I won't, because I've stamped kind of on and off of the page there. I don't want to get ink on my foam mat. Now I want to get right on top of these, full strength with the Coastal Cabana or any color that you're using. And isn't that beautiful? Doesn't that make that flower just dimension all by itself? Because we've used a lighter color in the background. And so now these will come down through here and just fill these in with our beautiful, I love Coastal Cabana. Just like that, perfect. Now we want to come back in with our little sprigs here, and I want to go ahead and put these, leaving enough room for the tops to go on also, just like that. Come over here, and I'm happy with that. Don't need too many. Now let's go ahead and put our little tops on. I just fell in love with this set. So remember, you know, there's a big retiring list, and it's as supplies last. So if there's anything on it that you would like, you could go to stampinginthevalley.com and click on that big blue button on the right-hand side and order any of your product. I sure do appreciate all your business. And I'll tell you guys, I really appreciate you all hanging in there with me through my daughter having this baby. You know, it's her first one, and she's, you know, I want to be a mom, and I want to be there to help her, and I love being a grandma. So I sure do appreciate all of you guys hanging in there with me, and you know, letting me take a little time off here to be with my daughter. This piece of Coastal Cabana is flat, it's not embossed, so we're just going to use snail on this white piece that we just created. So pretty. So much fun with this stamp set. Got a little glue there on my grid paper. I love this new grid paper too. I like to stamp on pretty things. You know, I like to have like a pretty pad underneath or pretty paper or something. It just kind of livens it up. So, and I love using grid paper because then like here, you saw me line it up straight, and then I'm going to attach this to where there's 1/8 of an inch border on either side. Just like that. Isn't that perfect? And that really sets that off. Now we'll add dimensionals to the back of this. And here I'm going to add 6 of them. Just like that. I'm going to bring my card base in. We're almost done putting this card together. And I'm going to position this in the center. Just like that. I don't have that straight. Okay, just like that. And now here's our little element that we did before with our double dimensionals. And that is going to, what I did with this diamond here, I just did up and down. I make sure that this does not go off the card so that it fits into the envelope properly. And I kind of want that little bit of a Mango Melody hanging off onto the white, onto the thick whisper white. So right there. And you'll feel it. This is now nice and even. Nothing's rocking because we put the 2 right there to pick up for that dimension in what we put down there. Wonderful. Now we're going to use 3 rhinestones, and you'll get this in your kit. You'll get 3 rhinestones. Just get my little tool here. I wanted to use this one because it was just standing out there alone. And we'll put that there. And let's say we'll use a couple of these right here. There and there. And this is our first card kit. Just like that. That's simple. And we made our own little background here. So wonderful. I'll be back in a minute and we'll start to do the next one. Now we're ready to do this card. And I absolutely love it. I just really feel like we need a little bling here. So I'm going to attach 3 more rhinestones. And I know in the picture at the beginning, it's not, you know, at the beginning, but I just took a look at it and was like, no, it needs something. So I am going to add to your alls. So pretty here. It just makes it. Just like that. I'm just going to add some rhinestones, 3 rhinestones for you guys. Okay? I just think it looks better with just a little bit of glim to it. Okay, now this is featuring my other favorite one that's going to retire, Needle and Thread, along with the Needlepoint Nook DSP. Now this is Night of Navy and this is all Night of Navy. If I run out of this, I might go to the Old Olive or the Real Red, or there's some Highland Heather, something like that. If that happens, I don't anticipate it, but if it does, I will change the color of the card base also, just because I'm working through the paper stack of the DSP. So it also comes with an insert, just like that. And now here, and an envelope. Everything comes with an envelope, but no stamped images. So here's how this kit will come, just like this. And we're going to start with this first. And this is an oval framelit from the Oval Framelits. It's just not scalloped. It's just smooth. And I rarely use them, but I was like, no, they're fantastic, especially behind this punch. So I'm going to stamp the word friend right here. Beautiful. And then on the inside piece, and the inside piece is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2 of regular Whisper White. Whenever I work with this, you know, if I stamp on it, it's regular Whisper White. If I make a card base, it is the thick. And now with this, I'm going to do the People Like You Make the World a Better Place in Night of Navy. So we're going to do that right here in the middle. just like that. And then I'm going to take my set of 3 little butterflies here in my balmy blue and just let them fly on the page right there. Oh, just so cute. Let me get an envelope really fast and do this also. Butterflies are just so wonderful. Just like that, and it makes your card happy. Just a happy little card. So let's move that envelope out of the way. And now we're going to attach this on the inside, and we'll use our snail. Just like that. And I'm going to place this on the inside of the card with a nice, I like a nice thick border of color. If I'm doing colored card base, I like it to be thicker. I don't know why, that's just my preference. So now we're going to work on this outside. Let's move this aside and let's go ahead and we're going to snail this onto our balmy blue. Just like that. To make our little embellishment. And then we'll attach this with 4 dimensionals. Take this off. I hope you guys are getting excited about the new catalog launch. If you have been a customer of mine for the past year, you will receive a free catalog from me. Everybody that's ordered from me in the past year will get a free one. Now, this is how this is going to come. We have balmy blue here, and they're 2x2 squares. Then we have our DSP, and you can do this with any DSP. This is a great card design. And we're going to place these just like that. Just like that on those squares. Doesn't it make it fun? Love it. So here we go. Just some snail, or you can use Tombow, because these are very small pieces and sometimes it is difficult to get them to attach in the corners. So sometimes the Tombow is great for that. That's perfect. I always have to think twice about how I'm attaching these because I'm doing one side and then the other side. So watch when you put your snail on there that you've got it. You know, I kind of like lay it out first and then attach. Just like that. And now this one. Yeah, had to think about it. Do I have the right side going the right way? Just like that. Now we can bring our card base in. Now you have the option of either popping these up with dimensionals or putting them down with some snail. I'm going to place them with snail. I want to lay them out first because I want to see my spacing. I do want a little bit of the Night of Navy showing through. So I'm going to use some snail. And I'm going to place this here, just like that. I think we're good. Now let's say that one. Do I have spacing? Yes. Are we good? Yes, we're good. Okay. I want that right there, and I want just a little bit of balmy blue showing through. Perfect. Just perfect. Then here. And then this one comes down here. And a little spacing in between there to let your Night of Navy show through, but also lining these edges up. Just like that. And we're almost done with this card. Fun. We're going to take our element here that says friend, place it down here on the bottom. I also down here let a little bit of the Night of Navy show through. And then we are going to place 3 rhinestones for us here, because I think it looks nice like that. So actually in this card kit you guys will get 6 rhinestones, 3 for each. And you just have to place an order with me. Doesn't matter how much it is. You get the free card kits. You also get free card kits if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber or if you are a downline of mine. That's my little present to you guys every month for being part of my team and being part of my Paper Pumpkin team. Close those up. Let's move these out of the way. And let's take a look at our cards here, guys, for this month. Here's this one. I love that little design. Makes me kind of think of a quilt, and I like to quilt also. And now here's this one. Those are the 2 free card kits for this month. I hope you enjoy them. Please go to stampinginthevalley.com, click on the big blue button to order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Products. Remember, if you're a new customer, you get an annual catalog, an occasions catalog, and you're on the list to receive a free new catalog. I sure do appreciate every one of you and all of my customers and all my friends here on my YouTube channel. I appreciate all your comments about my new little grandson. Now I have 2 little grandsons. I am so happy with my family. Both my daughters each gave me grandsons, and that just warms my heart. Thanks again for watching, and happy crafting.